We tried designing a heritage football jersey for the Philippines, and our first attempt wasn't just a little off, it was a complete disaster. Filipinos roasted us in the comments, they pointed out mistakes we didn't even notice, and honestly, they were right. Version 1 wasn't heritage, it wasn't meaningful, it wasn't Filipino. So we did something most designers hate doing. We threw everything away and started again from zero. Before we continue, hit subscribe if you want to see more jersey transformations, because trust me, this one might be our biggest comeback yet. Here's how we transformed a failed concept into a jersey that finally honors Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and the Filipino identity that ties them together. When we posted our early concept online, we were expecting the usual mix of good and bad feedback, but we weren't ready for what happened next. Filipinos came into the comments fast, giving honest, unfiltered criticism, and they weren't just saying it looks bad, they were explaining why it was bad. Some said the colors didn't match the flag, some said the layout felt empty, others pointed out that the patterns had no cultural meaning at all, and honestly, they were right. We didn't dive deep enough, we didn't treat the culture with the detail it deserved. But here's the thing we love about the Filipino community: if you misrepresent their culture, they'll tell you, loudly. Because heritage matters to them, identity matters, symbolism matters. And we realized something important: this wasn't hate, this was passion, this was national pride. So instead of ignoring the criticism, we used it as fuel. If we were going to design a heritage jersey for the Philippines, we had to do it right, with accuracy, respect, and intention. Let's talk about version 1, the design that started this whole mess. This was supposed to be a heritage jersey, something that carried history and symbolism. But when we look at it now, it feels lifeless. The colors weren't vibrant enough. The base patterns could have belonged to any country. The shapes didn't tell a story, and the overall design felt like a generic template. The kind you can download from a mock-up website in 2 clicks. There was no Luzon, no Visayas, no Mindanao, no culture, no identity. So we scrapped it. No fixing, no patching, gone. To rebuild this jersey, we didn't start with colors or shapes. We started with the question: what makes the Philippines the Philippines? It's not just the flag, it's not just geography, it's the culture, the textiles, the stories, the crafts passed down throughout generations. So we decided the new jersey would represent each major island group: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, each contributing a piece of the country's identity. For Luzon, our inspiration was the legendary tattoo culture of the Kalinga people. At the heart of this tradition is Apo Wang Od, the oldest living Mama Batok. Her hand-tapped tattoo patterns carry stories of bravery, beauty, and belonging. Every line means something. Every symbol connects to generations before. So we incorporated Batok-inspired motifs into the collars and the cuffs. Not copying, that would be disrespectful, but reinterpreting the geometry and rhythm of her designs to honor the culture they come from. Just this alone added a soul that version 1 never had. For the Visayas, we turned to one of the Philippines' most iconic textiles, pinya weaving. Pinya fabric is delicate, elegant, and handcrafted with incredible skill. It's so culturally significant that UNESCO recognizes it as a heritage treasure. We studied how the fibers intersect, how light passes through the weave, how the irregularities give the fabric its human character. We transformed these details into a woven-inspired pattern across the jersey's body. Not too loud, but textured enough to feel handcrafted and authentic. This became the foundation of the entire design. A tribute to the artisans of the Visayas whose craft continues to shape Filipino identity. Mindanao added the energy. The malong, a vibrant geometric cultural textile, became our inspiration. The malong isn't just clothing, it's a living expression of heritage. Its patterns symbolize community, movement, and identity. We incorporated malong-inspired geometry into the sides of the jersey, framing the silhouette with dynamic shapes that guide the eye from the top to bottom. This did something version 1 never achieved. It added motion, it added personality, it added cultural depth. Now that Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao were represented, we needed something to unify everything. So we turned to the sun, specifically the 8 rays of the Philippine flag. We added subtle sun ray detailing around the neckline, a nod to the provinces that sparked the Philippine Revolution, and a symbol every Filipino recognizes instantly. Then came refinement, balancing the colors, fine-tuning contrast, tightening the patterns, and making sure all 3 cultural elements felt like one unified identity. This is where the jersey truly came to life. And here it is, the redesigned Philippines heritage football jersey. Batok-inspired motifs from Luzon, pinya woven textures from the Visayas, malong geometry from Mindanao, and the sun rays tying everything together. This time, the jersey tells a story, a real one. But we didn't stop at one version. we created a black and gold alternate edition, a more modern, premium twist using the same cultural foundations. Across the chest we wrote Filipinas in Baybayin script. It immediately gave the kit a bold, unmistakable identity that Filipinos around the world recognize and connect with. So that's how a failed concept, absolutely roasted in the comments, became one of our most meaningful redesigns yet. This jersey represents Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, woven into a single design that finally feels worthy of the Filipino identity. If you enjoyed this transformation, make sure to subscribe because we're designing heritage jerseys for countries all around the world. And now the question is, which country should we redesign next? Drop your flag in the comments, your nation might be our next big project.